Nothing has been bought but a underpass. As that apps aggression, Franz's. Oh, nice nade towards Fierce Android skill kill. Yodo towards floor. Could he find the skill? Franz with a follow-up kill, 2k for him. And Knights is gonna be pressured. He's gonna be pushed. Franz is falling. The second Yodo finds it, it's all Envy, the star player of this team. Nice shot, finds one. Could find more. As he's in a 1v3, was a 1v4, and he spots another. Not being flanked yet. Throws a nade down onto the site, hits long. And now, look, how is he gonna get back into this? What is he gonna do? He's stuck here, he can't leave. As Envy somehow needs to get back into this round, but I think the bomb is down behind him, and I think he's being flanked, and he is! Let's see what happens now. Skill gets that information towards middle, spots some players going at it. It's a full Glock eco right now. And Franz, he might find this right now. He's gonna peek out. Oh, get from Lamik as well! Oh, tonight and it won't happen. Denied.
That was clean.
Lamik and Franz's. And if he somehow wins this out, this is gonna be historical.
One tap.
Definitely going to be somehow. And this door's position is like the hardest position to be in. He doesn't get spotted though. The free fire.
Oh, behind you. No.
There's the map. Amazing stuff from Romania, defying expectations. 10-6.
Romania.
Somehow. And they peek out.
Oh.
Electro gets taken down. That's the Deagle player gone in, by the way. Gets shot through the wall. And it's all up to these 5-7s to try to get PDM, but PDM's just gonna clean this up.
Oh.
Finally falls. They can retrieve that gun.
Go for it.
And their best bet is to save right now. The timing! Oh, Bob! Nezik is so screwed here. He's gonna get flanked.
Plot armor. Plot armor.
Plot armor needs to prevail here.
Yes!
Oh my god! The ball's on him to go for. Finds the opening kill though. And PDM trades it, but aim by the way pushing out, and Bob finds the kill. It's a 3-on-4. Electro almost naded himself. And that's a 2-on-4. Electro's the only one on this A's site, and he's gonna be pressured. Same with Oscar. They're both gonna be pressured right now. And Electro, he's gonna be pressured from mid and upper. He needs to hold this. And they have the info. He's there. He finds the first, but gets traded out instantly. But it seems Oscar is going to try to go for this, and if you try to go for CT, it's a very hard angle. I don't think
I suggest save. I suggest save.
He got legs!
Run.
I think he should have bait them out. He might go for a knife.
Smart.
A good nade, though.
Oh!
It doesn't do damage. It's still a good nade. No, hunting him down right now. It's going to be.
Oh!
It saved this gun, because this gun is everything right. Oh, that
HE, that HE.
No, that was close. He's still alive, and he saves the gun. Gets away barely.
Wow. From aim, by the way, he's gonna be getting pushed into. He does tag him. He's gonna go for the HE throw. He only has 14 left on his gun, and he might have picked a bad time to reload. And he gets taken down. Menordo, his entry was really well played there. I don't know if he heard the reload or he just went in for the kill. But he did it well. We got Oscar. Quick kill on PDM. And that nade trade-off. Hello, you. Goodbye, you.
Well, another great round for Brazil. They're starting to get on fire right now. 2-2. They've tied it up. Retrieve those M16s as well. And on a map like this, M16s are extremely powerful. He's really aggressive towards mid right now. He has a nade in hand. He's gonna throw it. His teammates will join him, does not hit any of the nade damage. They're getting flanked from behind that blocks position, and Felipe finds that first kill. They should push them together. I don't know why they're not, but Koopa finds the trade. As Frost is going to be pressured here right now. A minute 25 seconds left on that clock. They need to make a play soon. That bomb goes down, Mustard up. They're gonna pressure Envy on this site right now. As they just instantly retake, and Koopa 4 HP, having to hold this bomb. Here's the Android from behind. Koopa just pushes. What is that from Koopa? What? Okay, alright. Well, A 1v1 and Frost is just sticking. No, nice shot from Frost. Now he has the bomb as well. Koopa almost saved that round with 4 HP. There was no chance for Fierce Android to win that round as well. Have to go for this nice opening kill from Knights though. Finding that bomb, they could get the bomb down. Koopa finds the follow-up kill. Could be the first round on the board. It's all up to Frost in a 1-on-4. But look at the health. All the AKR 12 players are extremely low right now. And since the only one that has 100 HP, but that doesn't matter. Envy.
Oh, Oscar. Spots one. I do not know what Storm was trying out there. We were just standing there with the nade in hand. Waited too long for positioning.
One's is down, swing is down, and now it's just the other left and 1G.
No!
Yeah, no
It's
shot.
You got one tap there. Ooh, one,
And pistols.
2,
1 down, 2 down.
3, 4,
Storm.
1v5. And the nade.
Storm
It's
gets one,
stands
but
with
he does
that.
not cover rifle. Once again, good rifles with their fishing this time.
What? They're really on this. Oh, the rush is
works.
actually working out.
Yep.
Ooh.
And
You gotta watch your
suddenly it's a 3v5. And they do not have the bomb. Bomb is down, 2v5. There's not much that you can do in such a situation.
But you could. But he
If
could.
Oscar kills kills, if Oscar kills kill over here,
Yes.
it's suddenly more doable. 2v4. The crossfire and the bomb is actually pretty amazing. Not too bad. Fling goes down. 2v3. This is far more doable than the 3v5 that's there before. Still, they're just getting around the bomb. Yado and Storms are just crossfire around the bomb, holding tight angles. So there's no way you win this, right?
Is there no way? Is there? Oh my. That's
Tight
gone.
angle pays off. The tight angle pays off, and suddenly it's Oscar in 1v3. There's not much you can do over here. There's 2 players rushing him right now. They're gonna swing him. There you go.
Off always makes sense. Off always makes sense.
There you go. That's goes down. 4v5.
Sling gets a double. If Sling can get another one here, he could get a triple. He is pretty hot here, and T-side is going for the B-side. Spots another.
Yeah.
Oscar goes down. Fonz this with a. Can he get a second? Can he get a second? He doesn't get a second. He gets second down for the 1-1. And then XX gets a double kill there. 6-1-2. Yano here has to play careful.
Looks like another closing round for CT side, in my opinion, to be honest.
Oh. CT has to play a little careful here.
Unless you push them one by one. They have the bomb. They know where they are.
They have good positioning. Wait. Stormies. Stormies. Nice. That was a good line over. Skill. Skill's gonna be the last line of defense here. If they notice him, he's gonna get taken down so fast. But at the same time, he has a great position here.
He's not exactly in a position to instantly trade out skill. Unless he just sits in A main for the entire...
Electro, what are you doing?
Yep, there you go.
Oh,
so you
man.
can.
Somebody's gonna go in.
1v1.
He's gonna go in for sure. NXX is good though. He can flick it, but he doesn't know. He does not know what's about to happen. And it's 30 seconds remaining and they're still not making a move.
They're nowhere near the site actually.
Oh?
NXX with 2, that's great. That's again down to a 3v2. See, they keep taking these man bandages, but there's someone with a hero rifle.
Oh!
Brings it back. Still needs to get one here, good cover. And 8 seconds left, you lost the round. There's no.
No, there is no way. Unless he gets a kill.
No way. There you go. But this is the big rush. Still needs to get at least one where it's on his cross. He could get one back off. He gets one
Good.
actually, but
2. Nice.
Sling is there to back him up. And one
This round could all be theirs if they just played safe.
The shot could all be theirs actually if they smoked heaven. There was one smoke for doors and that's about it. No one actually smoked heaven. Oscar
Well,
apparently
they
has a free
do know.
plan, but Oscar has a free plan, but he's not aware of it. They know
No
where
way.
he is.
Your head. Good smoke. Good nade.
Good nade actually. Oh, he has a flash.
Good flash.
Good flash. Oh well.
Nothing has been bought but a few kits for Russia. Nades towards underpass. That's that Apps aggression. Franz's. Oh, nice nade towards Fierce Android. Skill flaw kill. Yodo towards floor. Could he find this kill? Franz with a follow-up kill. 2k for him. And Knights is going to be pressured. He's going to be pushed. Franz is falling. The second Yodo finds it, it's all Envy, the star player of this team. Nice shot. Finds one. Could find more. As using a 1v3, was a 1v4, and he spots another. Not being flanked yet. Throws a nade down onto the site, hits long. And now, look, how is he going to get back into this? What is he going to do? He's stuck here. He can't leave. As Envy somehow needs to get back into this round, but I think the bomb is down behind him, and I think he's being flanked, and he is! Let's see what happens now. Skill gets that information towards middle, spots some players going A. It's a full Glock eco right now. And Francis, he might find this win right now. He's gonna peek out. Good nade. Oh, he gets some Lamik as well. Oh, tonight and it won't happen. Denied.
That was clean.
Lamik and Franz's. And if he somehow wins this out, this is gonna be historical.
One tap.
Definitely going to be somehow. And this door's position is like the hardest position to be in. He doesn't get spotted though. The free fire.
Oh, behind you. What? No.
There's the map. Amazing stuff from Romania, defying expectations. 10-6.
Romania.
Somehow. And they peek out.
Oh.
Electro gets taken down. That's the Deagle player gone in, by the way. Gets shot through the wall. And it's all up to these 5-7s to try and get PDM, but PDM's just gonna clean this up.
Ooh.
Finally falls. They can retrieve that gun.
Go for it.
And their best bet is save right now. The timing! Oh, Bob! Nezik is so screwed here. He's gonna get flanked.
Plot armor. Plot armor.
Plot armor needs to prevail here.
Yes!
Oh my god! The ball's on him to go for. Finds the opening kill though. And PDM trades it, but aim by the way pushing out, and Bob finds the kill to 3-on-4. Electro almost naded himself. And that's a 2-on-4. Electro's the only one on this A's site, and he's gonna be pressured. Same with Oscar. They're both gonna be pressured right now. And Electro, he's gonna be pressured from mid and upper. He needs to hold this. And they have the info. He's there. He finds the first, but gets traded out instantly. But it seems Oscar's gonna try to go for this, and if you try to go from CT, it's a very hard angle. I don't think
I suggest save. I suggest save.
You got legs.
Run.
I think he should have bait them out. You might go for a knife.
Smart.
A good nade though.
Oh.
Alright everyone, welcome. We're sorry, a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are back and we are here for the Standoff 2 World Championship show match, India versus Romania. This should be a blast. It will be a best of 3. And of course, myself, I'm here. Twist with me is A-Master today. How you doing, A-Master?
Doing fantastic. We are ready to get into some more Standoff 2 action. And of course, the show match to essentially show, you know, who's the best of the best. But it's more of also fun as well. You know, different countries and different things. They have different play styles. And at the end of the day, it's all about what they're able to do, and of course take the win here in this best of 3.
Most definitely. I think it's a very fun format where you have 2 different countries, right? Like, it's not exactly teams, it's just like it's a regional matchup, and I think that is a very fun thing to watch. So yeah, we're gonna have India versus Romania. We're gonna see how these teams do. I'm sure if you've been involved in the stand-up to competitive scene, you do know some players from both these countries. You do know some. Some of these are definitely better players than others, but ultimately we have some graphics to go through, guys. We have some other things to talk about before the actual game starts. So let's actually go ahead and do that. Now, when it comes to both these rosters, I think it'll be a close game. Again, this is a best of 3, so no best of 2s like there are in the Standoff 2 Major. It's more of an equal playing ground. Even if you lose one game, you're not exactly out. You can still fight. You can still get yourself over that line in the best of 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can go ahead and check out who is going to be playing today. And over here, off to the side, we will be seeing our first set of players. It's going to be from India. These guys have graciously agreed to come up in here. We have Skies, Artie, Clove, EZ, and Valti. So these guys will be coming up in here, having a good time with us. But of course, they have opponents. They have the people they need to go up against, which be our guys from Romania.
Yeah, and here we can see on the other side of things, there's actually more players. Obviously, they're still gonna play a 5v5. It's just that they have a bigger roster. They have more players that perhaps are ready to take this game home. So, if we look at the players, I mean, some of them are definitely known in the Standoff 2 competitive space, but at the same time, we don't really see many players that are competing at the Major too. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting, to see what some of these maybe newer talents can or cannot do. Now, obviously, as this is a best of 3, we gotta talk about the maps, because how will we ever know which maps are gonna be played? So let's take a look at the map question. So all of the Standoff 2 maps are here, but it seems like Sandstone and Sakura are gonna be banned. So Romania bans Sandstone, India bans Sakura, which is an interesting choice. Normally you see Sakura being played, but Province is actually gonna get picked. It's India picking with Province, then Rust will be Romania's favorite choice in terms of the map pool. And then we have Zone 9, which I love to see, because I, in general, like watching Zone 9. I think it's one of the better Standoff 2 maps. And we don't exactly see it right now in the Major, at least. So it's fun to see that, at least this tournament, in this show match, we do have Zone 9 and Breeze. It's going to be left out. So yeah, from the 6 maps that you can theoretically pick, these 3 will be our favorites. Honestly, I think if we go distance, right, like if we go that 3rd map, having Zone 9 as finisher, it could not be better.
Yeah, I agree. Breeze will be an absolute great time on the end. Can't wait to see it. Rust, I'm excited about. One of my favorite maps just in general. And Province is just solid. I wouldn't say it's my favorite as far as the way it necessarily is, but I do love the kind of medieval style that it does bring to the table, and it does have a lot of really interesting gameplay that comes with that, and really makes it to where you have to be on your toes. There's a lot of areas where things can be thrown, things can be over your head, and so you're really not safe unless you're back in the back corridors or back in a hallway, in which case you don't have any visuals. So at that point, you're limited. But again, Rust, cannot wait. The fact that we're guaranteed Rust is super exciting. And then Zone 9 as a finisher is just going to be, kind of good old times almost again.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, if we look at the first map that's coming up right now, it's going to be Province, right? And what we see on Province a lot of the time is that on the T side of things, it's quite hard to actually figure out how you want to approach things, right? Because, well, they bomb side, the B bomb side, there's only technically the B long and day long to attack it from, or mid. But mid is such a huge area where there's just so many different things you can do, to where, like, oftentimes on the T side, you see teams kind of struggling to figure out where they want to go, how they want to attack these bomb sites. Now, we can see the A bomb site, in my opinion, is a little bit harder to attack than the B bomb site, just because you need to have more map control to actually attack A, at least in my opinion. And then, with the whole mid area kind of being being able to overlook it from the CD spawn is just very interesting. Like, I feel like if teams don't establish mid control on Province, like, it's almost impossible for them to actually get on site.
Yeah, I agree too. And then just when it comes down to either site, I mean, B is so clustered, right? It is just so hard to get into, or once it's already been taken. So A, you're like, oh, well, maybe we should do that. But that one is so open and everybody knows those spots. They already Molly areas. They can already get the grenades where they want to go and do all that chip damage. So, I mean, when it comes to either one of these sites, I think B, in my opinion, is probably the better one to go to, at least majority of the time, if you can take it. If you learn that you haven't taken it, then, well, that makes things a lot harder on you. Again, you have to take it, and then once you can, it's a lot easier at that point. But I think that's just how I see it.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard side to take, but at the same time, if you do plant the bomb, like, retakes are going to be pretty hard to make happen. Now, I do feel like on the B bomb side of things, like, maybe there aren't as many angles that you can hold. There aren't as many like things you can hide behind. But at the same time, it just kind of works out where you can play around like the pillar area, like, right? Like, you can get into corners. It's just very hard to really get you out of that position. And honestly, I think one thing that isn't maybe utilized as much on Province are just straight up B long rushes. Because the only thing that can really deny like 5 players pushing in from B long and aggressively getting on the site is probably a well-placed molly. But, like, sometimes players don't throw those kind of careful like mollies, to start the round. And so I feel like if teams just went for like aggressive B long pushes, like, that could work out in their favor, right? Because from B long they can smoke off mid, they can even throw some more smokes towards the other mid entrance, and it's just like, well, then they only have to clear box, on the side in the corner, and they're pretty much made it. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how these players, attach and attack these bomb sites. But ultimately, we will have to see, as this is the first map pick. I believe this is picked by Team India, right? So yeah, we're gonna see what can they do on their own map pick.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that's where a lot of this is going to be coming into play, is since it is their pick. I mean, this is where they should, which, I mean, obviously we hadn't seen, sometimes where that changes, but most of the time there should be the ability to take the game that you've chosen. But as in the majors and the minors, we've seen before that that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes you can be practicing a map and it goes the way that you think it would. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it is just one of those, good luck. Sometimes you could be the best that you think you could be on a map, but sometimes the other team just gets a little bit more luck than you to be able to make that happen.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, again, this is a show match, and normally in show matches, and nobody really, like, obviously you want to win, but you don't want to like just go crazy try hard mode and just like put everything online. I think on a show match, you kind of have to expect some knife kills coming in, perhaps some just interesting plays, some maybe one-off like gimmick plays, because ultimately a show match is for the show, it's for the people to watch and have fun. And again, obviously you want to win, but putting on a little bit of a show implied in the name, a show match, doesn't really go that bad. They're still competing just for fun mostly. This is not like there's $10,000 on the line or something.
Exactly. With 10 grand, or as the majors had, or still has, we'll have, that $12,500 up for grabs. That's a pretty penny. So, it's not necessarily the, sweats that need to be sweating as far as, being kicked out or losing. But, again, it's just a fun show match. even though there is still bragging rights involved. But it's definitely a good time to have and see. And, you know, it's always a good time to see, especially with the different teams, and I mentioned this earlier, around the world. You know, they have different play styles, you know, from, say, if you're North America or EU or just anywhere from Brazil to Russia, the play styles will be a little different. The aggression's different, and how they do is a little different.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think again, you know, according to regions, even according to continents, right? Because we know maybe there aren't as many stand-up two players in you know, in America. We still know that just in other games, for example, America plays a different game style than Europe does or than Russia does. You know, Russia is more for Rushy type, at least in my opinion. They like to just take sites as quickly as possible. Europe is way more about utility and strats and nades. And then I think America is just way more about individual skill. So obviously we're going to see India, which is like a whole different thing, you know. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. But we are slowly getting into the lobby, and we should be ready to go. As the first match of the best of three is going to be Province, picked by Team India. Let's see what they're able to do on this. And obviously, you know, if we go the distance, we're going to see Zone 9 as our third map, and that will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it definitely will be. I mean, I'm really looking forward to Zone 9 personally. I mean, it's been a minute since obviously it was removed, you know, from the majors at that point. You know, we haven't been able to see it yet. And I mean, don't be wrong, we saw it an absolute ton in the minor. I'm excited to see it again. You know, it's been a while. And so, you know, that's the whole point of the pools. You know, they're able to rotate them in and out. So, you know, things don't get too stale as far as having, you know, something always constantly banned. So it'll be a nice refresher. To where maybe next time, and one of the other major or minors, if they bring it back, will be ready, fresh to go. But again, yeah, these players are getting ready. They're warming up. They're in the lobby, so they're just having a good time to make sure they are ready and warmed up for everyone. And then we'll be able to hop right in.
Yeah, most definitely. I think we can already see that there's actually, I think, one player missing on Team India. So perhaps, you know, he's preparing some late strategies, you know, maybe drinking some late caffeinated drinks or really anything that would get him over the line. But it does seem like there's someone's game crashed. Okay, he's rejoining, so we will be back. He will be back in a second, and with that, we should be able to start. But yeah, I think this is a pretty fun Nations tournament. You know, the show match is definitely something you guys wanted to see. Now, again, we wanted to get the Brazilian guys, I believe many of the players from Inco, but unfortunately didn't exactly happen. So, you know, with that, we are almost ready to get into the first round of things here.
Yep, absolutely. We should be getting in here any moment now and getting into this first one. Once that last player is in, we should be good to go.
Most definitely. Any predictions? Do you think India can take this in two? Maybe Romania taking this in two? Like, I see in the live chat, you know, there's people rooting for both India and Romania. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, kind of which one remains superior or stays on top.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting with that. And but without further ado, let's go ahead and slide in. It looks like they may have started without us. So let's go ahead and slide in to see what is happening.
All right, so your prediction was correct. Romania have secured the pistol round. I don't think we're going to get a reset here, but you know, it is what it is. You didn't see the great pistol round that Romania accomplished, but they still have to get a few more kills here. Now, Joshua, he's going to push in and try to find some frags. Oh, he's just what? How are they doing this? They're just pushing in.
Wow.
Everyone on Team India goes down, just completely steamrolling their opposition. Now they're up on 2. They're looking solid.
Yeah, they definitely are.
All right, so in the third round of play.
They're getting into it. I mean, there's 2 rounds already ticked away. Now that we're into the first official rifle round, it'll be interesting to see where they're able to move into. I mean, right now, Romania is looking really nice up front. And be able to see here shortly what and if India has anything to combat against this first official round.
Yeah, I mean, so far so good for Romania, right? But in this round, they have lost a player, so that doesn't really go well for them as they... Okay, he's peeking, he's trying to spot a player, but Khan, he's so close, but not exactly able to connect the shots there. So he's going to try to run away, do his best, and probably try to go more towards their side of things, as it does seem like more of his teammates are slowly moving right there. And that would be an all-right choice. I mean, India are really covering both bomb sites here. They have two towards A, they have two towards B. This shouldn't be too much of an issue. Khan trying long range to take down those players. Throws it in a molly as well. Now he's going to push on the side. He knows where the player is. He's trying to pre-fire, but that's such perfect play coming in from the other side. Oh, and trades, but there's not ready. He reloads, and he gets a frag. That is big. 3v2 now. This is definitely possible for Romania still, but they have to be careful, as that P90 is going to be very dangerous in close ranges, and another kill found. So there you go. Finally, Team India find their first frag on the board.
Yep, they're finally in. They've now secured themselves one, and now it's going to be an absolute fight now. I mean, Romania did get that early lead, but apparently it doesn't matter. Now that India's got everything bought up, at least the way they want it to be, and now they're going to be able to come up in here, have a good time, and make sure that they might be able to tie this up. It depends if Romania has anything to say about that.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I think they will. I don't think this is going to be an overwhelm from either team here. I think they're both pretty good fighters, but that's actually such a close angle to be held. And he gets a headshot. And another one. Oh, Romania, sure, they might have lost one round, but they're definitely not looking to lose anymore here. And with India, still some of them on shotguns are not really the most favorable rifles. This is just going to be hard. So it's only one player. It's going to be just shoddy to his name. Sure, he has stat track, you know, we know that he's all right with it, but all right, he goes down as well, and that's Romania on 3. So far, they're doing all right. I mean, again, I believe this was India's map pick, so the fact they're able to just quickly rack up 3 of these rounds just shows they're, you know, here to play, here to win. So let's see if they're able to continue doing that, as India now, they are literally on, well, no weaponry. They have a few pistols, they have a shotty, and that's pretty much it. I mean, 2 nades, if they can fight, you know, if they can connect both of them together on a single player's head, yeah, maybe that'll be something. But other than that, I mean, look at the util on the side of Romania. It's literally 4 nades, mollies, smokes, everything they would really need, and they're moving quickly towards the B-bomb side of things. It's going to be Akurai getting a frag, but actually that pistol does prove useful. So 1 frag is found, but another one coming in from Yakov. So this is pretty big. Yashur gets another one. Yeah, 2v4. Not much they can do. Just falling like flies, one after the another. Now it's all left up to Valti and his trusty shotgun again. Again, he has that stat track, so he's definitely gotten some frags with it. 55, I believe, to be exact. But now he needs to find 4 more. He needs to get it up to 59 if India wants to win this round. That's just going to be hard. Especially, you know, he's trying to play close range. But I think that's going to be pretty much it. Maybe secure some exit frags, you know, go for some rifles. An upgraded rifle would definitely go well when you only have $100 to your name. But I don't think anything more than that is in the cards right now.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, the fact that he can get, you know, pretty much anything at this point would be great. We just kind of have to see what those options are. I mean, he's in a good spot. He definitely can, if anybody peeks from either side, but at the end of the day, the bomb will detonate. And so if he does get an exit frag here, I mean, Yoshira may be one, and he is, so there's at least 1 extra down. He literally lives on 1 8. No, he doesn't. He was 1 HP. And, well, there's not a whole lot you could do when, you know, if you stub your toe, you're out.
Yeah, most definitely. So, yeah, he does save the shoddy, but there's not really going to be anything more than that. And because he saves, there's going to be no cash advantage for him as well. So far, Romania just looking very dominant, very quick on their attacks, very methodical, good utility usage as well. And, yeah, just overall hard for India to find any advantage in this game, any opening in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're having a hard time. I mean, they were able to get that 1, but Romania just seems to be doing better. I mean, they're rocking it out really nicely. There's just only so much that can be done. Yeah, oh yeah. I was gonna say he's like, wait a minute, that's not my teammate.
All right, well, again, we can see one player who's left alive. Now, that is Valdi, and he still has that shoddy. This is the third attempt, you know? They often say third time's the charm. Let's see how charming he is with that shoddy. Oh, he has found a new friend, or actually, wait, he's just not going to pick up the rifle. I thought that, wasn't that like a better rifle? He's just going to keep playing with the shoddy. All right. I mean,
well.
I do not for long, I guess. He gets taken down. That's gonna be Romania on 5 actually. So they're halfway there. India, sure, they did find that one round, but they're just struggling for kills right now.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to figure something out. I mean, they're getting stuck, and what we're not seeing is them going full eco. They're not giving themselves a break to be able to recoup. I mean, they're going 4 spies every time, and eventually it's just not going to work out.
Ooh, what? Alright, he gets away. But actually, India, they're starting to play this a bit more aggressively, but seems like it doesn't really change things. As still, Adre going down, and now it's all left up to a few players towards that B bomb site. And I mean, sure, if Romania goes B, there could be some issues there. I 100% agree with that. But at the same time, I feel like they're slowly clearing out the bomb site, and from there, they should be able to do at least something. Now, Yashra here, he's very aggressive. Milan, one more frag found for the side of Romania, and another one, and another one. There's just no stopping them. There's nothing they can do to stop in this situation, to stop Romania's advances in this situation. This is 6 for Romania now. So much for a close game. And again, I believe him, A-Master, this was India's map pick, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah, this is for the maps themselves. This was for India. So that's not exactly going the way I think they wanted it to.
No, most definitely not. So, well, 4 more to be found for Romania, and I'm not sure what India's game plan is at this point. I mean, sure, they're trying to play a bit more aggressively, trying to push up. It might actually work out as Yashra here. He will get overwhelmed. All right, finally, India are switching up their gameplay. You know, if they can't get kills solo, at least they can push up as a team and get some kills that way. And look at that, that's actually working out to their favor greatly, as now it's only Khan left alive, and he might have been a little bit too confident because he has that sniper. We know how hard sniping is. Well, because of that, he pulls out the Tech 9 and gets one frag that way. And he still doesn't have the bomb, so he will have to challenge these India players before even getting the bomb plant. That's gonna, you know, it's definitely going to be a little bit hard to take down 2 players who are pretty much set up to crossfire here. I mean, Valti is looking in a different direction, but as soon as Khan peeks, I'm sure he'll peek the angle as well. So, yeah, at this point, Khan, that sniper, has to find 2 frags here. And they're throwing nades, they're throwing smokes, they're throwing everything on him. Oh, wait, he got the bomb! How did they make this mistake? How? He just got the bomb. They were guarding it, but he got the bomb. But I think now they definitely know his position. Yeah, they're just going to double peek him. At this position, he's pretty much stuck. He's going to peek, and he's going to find the frag. There's no way he expects the other player so close. And that is going to be Valti taking him down. But that got a little bit too close to my liking, especially the fact that there's 2 players like guarding the bomb in parentheses, because they're not really doing it as he was able to pick it up. But still, India do find their second on the board here.
Yeah, which is great. They've finally been able to change it up a little bit, although there's not very many more rounds left before we go into the flip. And so they've really got to find their way here to see where they want to go and how it's going to be. I mean, best case scenario for them is they get the next few rounds. But, yeah, I mean, that'll put them in the best case scenario. Then if they can get the pistol, they can tie this up. So it's not out of the question. It's not possible at this point, so it's definitely where we can go and what we can see.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, at this point, it's still definitely possible for them to actually make this work, but, you know, this is pretty much the last, one of the last rounds of this half, so it's just going to be a little bit harder as Valti. He's good for another. Valti, yeah, he's doing very good. I mean, sure, at the same time, he's kind of staying alive the last, so obviously he'll have the most kills, because most of the time, you know, when you're alive last, you could get like 1 or 2 freebie frags. But, he's also finding these opener frags, which are very important for Team India. As Romania, if they get the opener frag, most of the time they're also able to get the round. So, seems like for this one, Romania will simply advance towards the B bombs and things. And look how aggressive Valti is. He's just pushing up. He's getting so much info. But meanwhile, Romania, they're getting frags, and that's what ultimately matters. Next point of contact is Khan, and he's quite sure that there's someone hiding there. That's a good call, and it's actually going to be Yakov taking him down. So only one player now. It is again Valti left in the 1v3 and gets taken down immediately. That's Romania still staying strong, not allowing India to make any big comebacks here.
Nope, definitely not. And now we get to go and into the flip. We're going to change sides. And now we're going to be able to see what is totally possible.
All right, well, we know one thing, and that is that India, they have to get this pistol round. If they don't, it's pretty much over, right? Like, if you don't get a pistol, you probably don't get the next one, and at that point, Romania are on match point. So this is a crucial round for Team India to be found. Let's see which way they approach this one.
Well, again, pistol's really what they need at this point, so let's see what's absolutely possible. Got some nades coming in, but double pistols coming in from the side of Romania. Now there's only 2 left. They've got to be able to stick together, able to get one easy Valti for another. So now they've been able to equal it to 2v2, but now it's a 1v2. And now, this is it. 1v1. Bomb is in hand for Valti. And now it's all up to him versus Khan. And 15 HP.
Yeah, he has been in these clutch situations so many times, but so far he is 0% in terms of clutches. So yeah, he has to find this one, Khan. He knows. How does he know? But there's actually multiple angles he has to check. Timing is everything here. Zvalti is slowly moving in towards the A long area. Khan is actually making his way over towards B. He's not sure. Oh, this is probably a free plant. We're looking at a 1v1 retake on the A side of things. As Valti, sure, he still needs to clear the side, but actually Khan, his sixth sense is kicking in. So he's slowly coming back to A. Now, he might even hear the bomb being planted. So if he's fast enough, this might just be a freebie. Oh, Valti is just not looking that direction, and now as the bomb will get planted, look how close Khan is, and he's just not expecting this. Yeah, gets taken down immediately. I mean, sure, he planted the bomb. At least that's something, it's definitely helps in the cash department. But at the same time, Romania are on 8 now, and they're just able to full buy, which means they're going to play against either pistols or forced SMGs.
Yeah, and I mean, SMGs aren't exactly the worst, but definitely going up against, full rifles, not the best. But it looks like we're going to have just SMGs versus SMGs at this point, honestly. MP7s, P90s, MP5s. I mean, it's all SMGs, honestly. I don't like it. I don't think we've ever seen, like, SMGs versus SMGs, like, entirely.
No, but I think it's, kind of what you have to do in this situation. And, it actually kind of works out as they do get some frags. But look at the HPs. All of them together have like 120 HP shared. Like, this is not a great situation to find yourself in, especially against SMGs. They're getting ripped, but somehow one more player. Just look at the HPs, man. They literally have less than 100 HP now. All 4 of them combined. So, like, one nade, and this could just completely eliminate India from the picture. Like, all they really need is one nade. Or that, that also works as Adre goes down. It's now a 3v3, and again, the HPs are definitely helping Romania. Oh, that's a big 2 frags to be found. Now it's only Valti left alive again. I believe he has been last alive in like 5 or 6 of these rounds. But again, so far no clutches and denied once again. Now Romania, they are on match point. India, they've had some of their rounds, go all right. But at the end of the day, Romania just looks so much stronger on province.
Yeah, they really do. And, it's just one of those things to where, we have to wait and see what's possible. I mean, Romania, they're doing fantastic. And, I mean, that's all we can say. I mean, they're doing fantastic on India's pick. And just at the end of the day, they're doing what they need to do better, faster. and really just locking down these sites. I mean, that's just the biggest thing.
Oh, this is for everything. There's only Ezzy and Adre left alive. This is just all falling apart at the scenes. I do get one refrag, but now it's Ezzy left in a 1v4. They know where he is. There's not really any place to hide. Look at this. He's just getting rushed by everyone, not able to find even a single frag. And that is going to be Romania on 10. Congratulations to them as they win the first map of the best of 3. India really, I mean, Valti, sure, he has 9 frags, but the rest of India 100% need to show up as, you know, it's just not looking the best for them. Otherwise, there's one more match for them, what they can really do. And if they don't, well, it's going to be very hard to do much. So here again is the Romanian lineup. Maybe they will change some players. I mean, you know, it's possible they rotate things around. And I mean, think the same thing could be said for India. Sometimes, you know, some players just don't exactly have the best day.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the thing that happens sometimes. And, these guys did a wonderful job as what they did. And, ultimately, finding out as we go into get everybody into the next lobby and what everybody's going to be doing and figuring out, well, Romania's up to 1. Now, India now has to not only play on Romania's map, but now they have to win it. I mean, this is a best of 3, but as of right now, Romania opening up so fast, so hard, and so dominant. I mean, it's not looking too good. This might just be a 2-0 and be done with it really quickly. I mean, this is just a possibility that's running through. But hopefully India can learn from this. They've learned a little bit of that play style, and honestly, we might need to see just a bit more of those ecos. That they kept pushing for SMGs and SMGs. We didn't see straight up deagle rounds or pistol rounds to save that extra cash to fully buy up. So that's something that I feel like they need to do at least a couple of times. I mean, don't be wrong, an SMG round is a possible round to win. I mean, MP5s and MP7s rip if you're up close if you get the jump on them, but you do need the money to get some extra rifles. You can't just run SMGs the whole time.
No, you can't. I feel like, yeah, in the first map, like it was very obvious which is the more dominant team. I mean, you can't even say that, oh, you know, maybe, you know, there were close rounds. Maybe it could have been like 5 to 10, you know, India could have gotten more rounds. No, like I'll be honest, I try to be as unbiased as I can, but, you know, just looking at what happened, Romania were simply better. You know, they were able to find entries into bomb sites and they were able to defend bomb sites better than India did. Now, obviously, on the side of India, it seemed like there was one player who was really like showing up, and that was Valti. And obviously, he was also a player that got that was last live many of these times. So you know that kind of comes into the picture as well. But at the same time, I feel like you know, everyone on India just needs to show up big time, because if it's only going to be Valti, you know, getting those frags, well, they're not going to get far, and they only have one more map to prove what they can do. Otherwise, it's 2-0 for Romania, which would be a pretty crazy scoreline, especially how the first one went. You know, 10-2.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not the greatest start, but again, they can be able to adjust that and get back into where they need what they need to do, how they need to do it, and everything. It's just a huge thing, and just unfortunately, it is what happened. So we'll just have to wait and see on going into yet again Romania's map pick. So India's gonna have a hard time. I mean, the fact that the actual map bands themselves. We're going into Rust. Rust is not a slow-paced map whatsoever. It is going to be fast-paced. It's going to be hard. And hopefully India has that aggression to just roll up in here and take it.
Yeah, Rust is a map where you need just very solid aimers on the CD side of things, who can just lock down those sites. You know, who can lock it down when there's like 3, 4, 5 players on the T side rushing into the bomb site. You need someone who can get a double, who can get a triple, because otherwise the bomb gets planted, locked out of the site, and it's pretty much all over. So yeah, let's talk about the bomb sites here. So I feel like on Rust, it's actually quite hard for the CTs to rotate, right? Because the bomb sites are quite far apart, and it just takes a long time, right, to rotate from one side to the other. Meanwhile, for the Ts, especially if they're able to take mid control, it's a walk in the park, right? And another thing is, if you're on the CD side, you can never really leave B bomb site open because somebody could always lurk in that B long area. You can see your teammates could say, no, there's 3 T side players on A bomb site, sure, but it's still possible that they're just gonna attack B long at B and from B long at any point of time. So I feel like A site is definitely the side that gets contested more, like just more overall, more rounds unfold on A. But at the same time, B is kind of underrated sometimes, I think, and it's definitely a side that's hard to defend if you're on the CD side. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to see, which team favors which side more.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I mean, depend again. It really depends on the play style. Which I mean, India has not really brought in a lot of that aggression. So rolling up into the bomb site, B just may be the nicer place for them to go. A would be very open and more than likely be contested. So they have less ability to kind of hide. I mean, there's really only one, two angles into it. So A, probably not. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of B pushes from them, but it'll be really interesting to see once they're in and ready to go.
Yeah, most definitely. We can again take a look at the map picks. Maybe if you're just tuning into the stream. So there was some pretty interesting map ban, should I say? As we can see, there's Sandstone, which is a pretty normal ban. Like it's very rare that you actually see Sandstone in tournaments, even though it's one of the favorite community maps. And there's also Sakura, which that's actually something you do see a lot in tourneys. So it surprised me that India banned it, probably because they expect Romania to be really good on it, which makes sense. But yeah, then India picks province and goes 2 to 10 on it. So now it's like all odds are against them, right? Like they're already a map down. At this point, if they want to win this best of three, well, they have to win 2 maps in a row, and they have to start with Rust, which is Romania's map pick. And if what I saw on province is true, the way how Romania play on the T side of things, they're just very fast. So that fast gameplay worked on province, and now we're moving on to a map which is even more fast paced, which you can make even more fast paced if you are on the side uh, of the terrorists. So yeah, I think it's just going to be a complete overwhelm for the Indian squad here. I honestly think their best choice here is to just start on the T side, perhaps do all right for themselves, and then they can kind of battle that bigger demon, which is Romania on the T side. But if they are able to do that, and we do get to map number 3, well, then we're going to see Zone 9, which is a kind of a staple competitive map in Standoff 2. And it's a very fun map to watch. And honestly, I think it requires both individual as well as team skill. Like it requires just raw aim, but it also requires knowing how to use your utility, knowing how to approach the game from different angles as a team. So yeah, that would be pretty fun to see that. But before that, obviously, we're going to see Rust any second. I believe the lobby is almost hosted, and we're almost ready to get into our second game of the Showmatch.
Yep, it's coming up here very soon, so we just got to wait for them to get ready, warmed up, and good to go. I mean, India's got a bit of an uphill battle at this point. It is not going to be great. I mean, there's still comebacks possibilities, but 10-2, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Hopefully they've been able to practice. They've had this kind of set in stone a little bit more. So now, with their practicing their scrims, they're able to get everything that they need to. But Romania, they're really looking just so strong. Moving up in here, it is unbelievable. The fact that we saw a 10-2 first map, it's definitely going to be hard. And best of luck to India. I mean, they definitely. There's only so many competitive maps, so they've definitely played it numerous amounts of times. It's not like they just haven't played ever. But they definitely need to solidify their plans, their skills, their strategies. And again, more than likely, I'm expecting more B pushes personally rolling up in here. But maybe if they have something else that they're ready to do and they want to go for some A pushes, it's definitely possible.
We'll see. I'm expecting more A pushes, so we will see. We'll see how that one goes. I just think like A bomb side is normally the one where kind of they send their players most of the time, and then it's like, well, if A doesn't work out, let's go B. But B is really like the plan B most of the time. I feel like.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of strategies that do that. I mean, B is, I guess, kind of easier in a certain sense if you all bum rush into it. But A you have more cover. You have more methodical approach to be able to take your picks, get some peeks, take them down, and then get into the bomb site. But B allows things to be a little bit more open. But again, we'll find out here now as we roll into game number 2, map 2, round 1.
All right, Rust is underway, and this is everything. This means everything for Team India, as they're really no position to not win this map. They need it, and they need it desperately. And what better way to start than with winning the pistol round? That would definitely put him into very good shoes here. Now, it seems like A will be the point of contact, but it seems like Romania, they also know it. As, well, there's, 4 players towards A, 3 of them now, all boosting up, trying to spot if there's any players. And seems like India, they're not over aggressing just yet. They're looking at each other almost as if discussing strategies, almost as if going, do you really want to go for this? Yes. Okay, sure. Then we might any second explode on the bomb site. Utility is good on the side of India. They can definitely throw some nades, throw some smokes even to deny the players that are going to come in from CT. So yeah, it's looking good. But the problem is, they're just taking their sweet time, and at this point Romania have figured out that it's not going to be B, because they were a bit more aggressive. So now that they push in, there's going to be 5 players there, but it's actually Adre finding one. Refrags coming in, that's actually a nade taking him down, but the bomb is planted. That's a good start for Team India. Oh, but it all falls apart. It's only Ezzy now left alive in a 1v3 clutch. Now there are some smokes, but they definitely know where he's at, and as soon as he peeks, he's going to have to get many players now. He does get one, but I think Defuse is going to come in any second. He gets another one. Oh, and he's still alive. How is this possible? Ezzy still alive, playing around. Time is now running low. How is he doing this? Yashura, he's trying his best, but it seems like Ezzy will go down. The question is there enough time? This is going to be so close, and he gets it. He does get the defuse. But I have to congratulate Ezzy on it. I mean, that was a 1v3. It seemed like an impossible 1v3. Turned into a 1v1. And I mean, if only he could have played with the time a little bit better there, that could have been a round for Team India. I mean, a miraculous round, but still a round.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's still a 1 on the board, although that came down to a lot closer than we saw. And look at these just absolute nasty shots through the wall bangs. Quick scope snipe shots. I don't think we've ever seen that type of a spray. Oh no.
I don't think so either. And that's a crazy sniper frag to be found. And now it's only 1. He goes for the knife. Gets the
He
knife.
got it.
All right, this is what I like to see. It's a show match. You like to see some of these show matches. Still it's a competition, but still, if you're playing on a stream, you sometimes want to go for something like that, and so it's great to see. That Lover does make that happen. But still, Romania, they are on 2 rounds here, and they're really showing no signs of stopping. They've actually, okay, this is a show match, all right? They've all bought snipers, all of them. And, well, it works out. This reminds me of, in CSGO, there's the famous, I believe it was NIP. There was just one team, Australis, that bought 5 snipers and sat in spawn. This is exactly the same thing that Romania are doing right here. That is such a funny thing to do. And it's somehow working out. Like, there's only 2 players left alive, so now it's a 2v4 against snipers. All right, that's something for a show match. Now we're starting to see why it's called not just a match, but a show match. And now he's still going for the no-scopes. Khan is crazy. The question is, can he make that crazy work?
I mean, he is just showing off his skills at this point. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Come on, Artie. You got this. It's just you versus 2 snipers. Come on. Don't let them do this to you.
Oh, yeah, this would be a pretty bad way to go out. Like, especially when you're mapped down and someone starts, like, I wouldn't say disrespecting you, but at the same time, like, this is definitely not a normal round. Like, you can lose, but you kind of want to lose and still have your dignity intact. And right now, like, India are 1 round away from losing it, at least for this round. As Adre, I mean, he kind of knows where both these players are, so I kind of feel like, you know, he should be able to get at least one. Only spots the other one as well. Yeah, this is definitely doable for him. 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Flash comes in. At this point, he just needs to rush B. That's exactly what he's going to do. Try to plant the bomb as quickly as possible, and then it's actually an advantage for him as he's going to play in a retake situation. We all know how bad Sniper is in retake scenarios, but he's just going to get completely rushed and no scope.
About what you just said, it's terrible, huh? He just comes down from the heavens and just no scopes him.
7 kills to his name. 0 deaths, 0 assists. Just 7 straight vicious kills in 3 rounds of play. And it seems like it's going to be all snipers again, baby. They're just buying the weirdest weapons, but they're making it work for sure.
Look, when it's called a show match, you got to show off your skills. And at this point, it's going to be, the snipers.
I like that wallbang. I feel like India are kind of expecting it, so they're obviously not just like going and standing there. But at the same time, if you connect something like that, that's a clip. That's a clip for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is. And look, now they're not all dead right off the bat, so they've kind of learned, which is great. They've learned what's happening, what's possible. Now we are going to see some extra spams here, but again, they got to make their way around. Easy here is wanting to a little bit of revenge, but he's pretty much one shot. Clover able to get one. Easy actually helped out with that one too. So now the B site is completely open for business. Ooh, swapping out. Little LMG coming in. Well, I guess they're going to be rotating around. B is where they want to go. And everyone is still kind of chilling around. Clover able to get himself one. Oof. Looks like he's already on the site. Yoshira.
We can definitely do something with a sniper here. I mean, again, it's going to be pretty hard to retake the site when you only have snipers to your name, but it's working. It's definitely working. They've found 2 more frags. This is just, at this point, this is just laughable. I don't know what's happening. All of them are eliminating India just completely with a nade to finish it off. And, there's people who say, oh, the sniper is not really viable. Yeah, explain this then. Please explain what is happening. Romania are just on a mad one. And, I mean, again, it is their map pick, so it kind of makes sense. But still, this is just hard to swallow if you're an India fan.
Yeah, definitely. And, I mean, this is just the best I think we've seen as far as, they're we've seen majors, we've seen the minors, we've seen the official stuff, but like this is what dreams are made from, this is the fun, this is the training of like what can we do and just having a good time. This is the team element that's for team building as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like, what building can you really do if you're on the side of Team India? You're honestly trying your best. You're trying to go for buys. You're trying to, like, actually make it happen. And then just, like, five jokers on the side of Romania show up. They all have snipers. They're all just, like, grinning, knowing that this is not going to end well if you're on the side of India. Or is it? Valti. There you go. The player who was really showing up in the first game. Well, he has just found his second frag. And with that, I mean, it's still possible. It's still entirely possible that perhaps India, they can push onto the bomb side. But Hadre, he actually gets eliminated. And now one less player and one more vicious sniper left in the picture.
Yep, they're still trying. They're not out of this just yet. And here we go. Vault Sky coming in here. He's going to get that planted. They got to be able to keep it down. They do not. Yosh is just having the time of his life. What is that? Just a quick flick no scope. I mean, you need to make a point. He's at 13 now, with 0 deaths. I mean, he is just cracked out 13-0 right now, running around like a madman. The closest person on his team is just 5. So he's more than double the next closest person to him on his entire team. Not even to mention that there's someone on the opposite side, on India's Sky with 0 kills. And this man is just no-scoping like it's his day job.
Yeah, somebody has definitely practiced his no scopes. Now, it does look like this might be the first round that Team India get, as it's a 3v5 situation. I mean, at this point, I want to say this is unlosable, especially with 3 snipers in the picture. Again, it's just so hard to retake anything if you only have snipers, because, you peek one angle, you miss your shot, you're down. But, well, yeah, okay, yeah, no, it's still not unlosable. 3v5 turned into a 3v3. Khan, next point of contact. He's still going for no scopes. Oh, he's so flashy, but this time
but they're
he's
here.
gonna be yeah, he's gonna get taken down. So stop at least for this round. Now a 2v3, and both of these snipers, they pretty much have to jump down from the sky again. And there's a backstab coming in. Yeah, this just screams round number 1 for India. As here, yep, that's gonna be a double. Very nice backstab coming in from Valti there. So at least they secured their first. I mean, it's a start. It's definitely a start. 9 more to be found, and so far they're not exactly doing the best on the side of things. Things might change once they get to the CD side, but again, seems like Romania, they don't exactly care, as they're still buying 2 snipers.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those, all right, guys, we had our fun. Let's start buying up if we need to type of thing. In which case, a shoddy, which Khan's able to use. We got the P90 coming in. It's working out a little bit better now that they don't have the snipers, or at least a lot faster. And so now they're going to be going into a hard rotation over to B. And, I had a feeling that B was going to be the more fun side for them to be able to get to. Just for the simple fact that, I kind of expected Romania to kind of have everything on lock.
Yeah, me too. I mean, India, they're up on 2. Like, that's still, we know Romania. They were kind of just goofing around the last couple of rounds. But, well, India got 2 rounds on province, which was their map pick. So now they're kind of equalizing that. And I mean, they're still, the first half hasn't even ended yet. So they're definitely in a good position, I believe, to get maybe the 3rd round before the half ends. I think that would be perfect for them. And once they move on to the CT side of things, I mean, they can definitely find some more there. Let's just say that. And Adre, he opens up on Akura and Okan. He's gonna refrag quickly on Valti there, so that's good. But Lover, oh, he has been good a couple of these rounds. 5 frags to his name. One of India's top fraggers, and he does find one more, and he knows where the other one is. But that's somehow a sniper wallbang takes him down. So now it's a 3v3 situation. Ezzy is close. Actually, Romania, good with pistols as well. 2v2 now, and this technically should be India's round if they're able to get this frag. Now, they're not able to get the frag, but able to get a lot of damage in, and that nade, yeah, it's going to secure the frag. So at least that's a good move. And now Jakov, he's getting smoked off. So a flash comes in. He has kind of made his way onto the bomb side, but they 100% know where he is. And he has a lot of util. I feel like if he threw a molly, threw a grenade, right, like that would definitely help him. Let's see if he actually utilizes that utility, which he does. Great. But now both players are stuck in the same spot, and he's going to get sandwiched. He's going to get attacked from both directions, and it's going to be Ezzy, not even giving him any type of chance there. India, all right, 3 rounds. I mean, only 1 more round away from equalizing, not equalizing, but, almost equalizing the scoreline. And if they can get the pistol, they could technically be in the lead here on Romania's map pick once again. So yeah, they're starting to look more and more solid as time goes on. Maybe all they really needed was just a quick warm-up match. And now they're ready. They're ready to win this one and take us to that 3rd map of Zone 9.
Yeah, I mean, just being able to be warmed up is huge. I mean, it looks like they've kind of found their groove. I mean, that's just a huge thing, just not being able to get completely taken out. And they're able to really do what they need to. And Adre's doing a good job. He's able to get 1 more. And that's going to be the first one for them at this point. Now it's going to be a 2v3 at this point. So it's still possible. Unfortunately, Easy is nowhere near and is now making his way. Now they're together. They got to make a decision where they want to go. B is looking like to be the option.
It definitely looks like that, but still, they only have 2 players left alive, and we know Romania, they almost win 3v5s when all of them have snipers. I feel like they can definitely manage this 2v3. Now, granted, India hasn't really committed just yet, and with enough time left on the clock, they could really go for anything, but look how aggressive He sure is here. He's just pushing up and he's taking names, and now he knows exactly where the other player is. Pushes in, tries to pre-fire. The flash is going to come in, so perhaps he goes down, but there's just two players. This is just going to be an overwhelm for Ezzy. He's going to get pushed and taken down with a pistol, nevertheless. So that is Romania securing that final round of play on this half. So now the teams will change, and we shall see. Are India doing good for a few rounds on the T side, or are they able to make something more out of it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait and see how this rolls and what they're able to do. And ultimately, I mean, they're not too bad off at this point. That's the biggest. That's the biggest thing is, you know, we're chilling 3 rounds off. If they can get this pistol and start us off, they can probably equalize us. But again, it's gonna be up to this pistol round. It's gonna be the hardest thing.
Yeah, this pistol means so much if you are on Team India. You desperately need this. You get this one, perhaps it's a 5v6. You lose this one, it's a 3-8. So this just shows, you know, how huge the odds are right now for them, you know, for them to actually want to win this. Now, they are going to move. Romania are going to move towards a bomb set. And unfortunately for India, there's nobody there. So the bomb is going to go down pretty much uncontested. And a 4v5 retake is underway. Romania, they're even boosting over things. But actually, Valtiel somehow able to find at least one here. Ooh, and that's another big frag to be found by Axes. Can he find another one? He does. This is starting to fall apart for Romania. 4v5 turning into a 3v2. Now, obviously, Ezzy is low, but he's still able to at least let his teammate refrag. Now, it's all left up to one player. That Molly is being thrown. He pretty much has no chance. He just has to do that and die. Very good utility usage by India there, and they do get the round. So perhaps, you know, Romania are starting to regret a little bit that they were just kind of trolling, you know, kind of just goofing around on the CD side of things, because now India, it does look like they have found their stride back into this game. It seems like Romania, they might have just been overconfident. Obviously, they're still in the lead, but India are starting to look better by the round.
Yeah, as we continue to go one over the other after the other, India is just getting just slightly better by the next and by the next. I mean, you can see it. They feel more confident. They're looking more confident. And as we move forward, I mean, they're getting closer and closer to equalizing this. I mean, they are only 2 rounds separating them from being able to get there. And then the fact that they're on the CT side, it should be easier for them to continue to gain more rounds, because if they can just stop those pushes and stop that interactions, it should be easier.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Romania, they have pretty much fully invested in this round, right? So if they lose this, we might be looking at a 6-6 scoreline. As if they lose this, they won't be able to buy the next round for sure. And I mean, at that point, again, it's a 6v6. So have to win this one, and seems like they're doing a good job at it. That shoddy rips huge damage onto Valti, and he's currently the top fragger. So now India have to find their way back in when their leader is dead, and this is just gonna be so hard for Lover. He does find one with a nade, but he's also getting smoked off, and ultimately that smoke is just gonna deny so much. And his Skies is also like shooting right now, like they just know where that last player is. So yeah, seems like Romania, that force buy has worked out for the better, because they're able to take this round. They're on 7 now, and because India bought as well, now they're actually the ones who can have to force or just go complete eco. So yeah, we're potentially looking at 8 for Romania, and it seems like even though India has fought hard, it's just getting progressively harder for them to do anything. Like, the amount of mistakes they can make at this point is, well, 2 mistakes in the route, right? So yeah, not looking too good, especially with Andre now going down. I mean, it's only USPs and Valti. He's always on that shoddy. Let's see if he can actually do something with it. He's trying. I mean, it's an ace stack, so at least they're on the correct site. But yeah, he's just gonna get pushed and taken down. Valti got one with the shoddy, nothing more, and that's Romania on 8.
Yep, they're now 2 rounds away from being able to take this home. Romania is doing a great job. They've kind of got back into where they want to be. And now they've stopped kind of having a good time, a little bit extra team building. Now that they've got all the weapons, they've got all the equipment that they could possibly want, and these rounds are ending in less than 30 seconds. I mean, this is just a ridiculous amount of speed and aggression that Romania has. And the fact that just within a matter of seconds, half the teams are now dead. And now they're going to be pushing up. They got some shotties to have a good time, but will those shotties be enough? There is for one, maybe not two. And Easy is the only one left alive. It's 1v2 versus rifles. Bomb is down. Timer is set. So let's see what is possible. He might be able to get the jump here on the back.
Here's
He does. Ooh, super nice
That's
headshot.
huge. He's not upgrading his weapon though. That's pretty crazy. He could have easily gotten a rifle here, but instead he just opts to stay with the shotty. I mean, maybe he expects
Ooh.
the opposite player to be low, but the thing is, he's not, and now he knows the position. He's just gonna push in. That's gonna be pretty long range for the shotty to connect to. Oh, and he gets him so low. That's unfortunate. 10 HP. 10 HP on Yakov, but just not able to take him down. That was a close one. Honestly, if India win that round, you know, we're back into the discussion of, yeah, this is possible, you know. But at this point, I think it's just a little bit too late to do anything. India need to find 6 rounds in a row here if they want to deny Romania winning them over in this best of 3 show match 2-0. That's going to be hard, especially if we look at the weaponry. But actually, Romania, yeah, they're back to their old ways. They're back to just, you know, showing us why it's a show match, because we have 5 snipers on the T side.
Yep, they're going to try it again. They're going to show us that they don't need rifles whatsoever. They can just no scope. You know, those no scopes have been some of the nastiest plays. Just being able to just flick it, point it, fire it, and call it good. Although Adre is able to get one, so that's going to be good. It's slightly into their favor at this point. They are ahead by 1 player. If they can, I think if they can get one more player, it'll equalize in a nice position, and they'll be really nice and good. Now they've gotten 2, but it's the main man himself. But that doesn't matter enough, so now they're going to go down. All that money is out the window. Easy able to get himself a nice little trophy for himself. And now...
I mean, look, all odds are pointing towards Romania winning this one, right?
Yeah.
But it would be a horrible way to go out if they actually lose, and then they're like, well, probably if we didn't, like, troll 3 of these rounds, we probably would have won, right? So it seems like they know it too. I mean, they don't really have the money to go for all snipers again. But also, yeah, they're just not going to go for any goofball buys anymore. They're going to buy up shotties, an AK, a Tech 9, and another AK. Pretty weird buy. It does seem like at least one of them can make it work, as they do get a frag. And now India, oh, Romania's already on B bomb side. The bomb is planted. This is horrible for Team India. How can they find their way back into this? They can't. What they do find is a backstab coming in. So now 3v5. Khan, he is low, but he might just get this frag. This is just horrible. There's nothing they can do. Getting overwhelmed, getting shot by both directions. And that's going to be Romania on 10 rounds, winning India in the best of 3, 2-0. And was this really a fair game? Was this really a close game, should I say? No, I'd say Romania were just simply better. India getting 7 rounds in 2 maps played. That is just not the best position to find yourself in.
No, and the fact that Yoshiro had 23 kills, and he was trolling half of it with the sniper. So,
yeah.
I mean, the fact that the dude was trolling and he still got 23 kills is impressive. I mean, that guy's showing off his skills. So, Romania, congratulations on taking that win. And they've done 2 in a row. So, unfortunately, that is it. That's going to be the 2-0 out of the best of 3. So, unfortunately, we have no more matches for that. But we are not going to be able to get to see Zone 9, unfortunately. So, we're sorry about that. You know, it just unfortunately how it went. India gave it their best bet on map 2. And hopefully, maybe they could have had some scrims or something to go up a little bit faster on map 1. But unfortunately, that's just not what happened.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, on the second map of things, it looked like it just a little bit more promising. You know, like right after they stopped doing those just sniper plays, it was just like, okay, you know, India got a few rounds, maybe 2 or 3 rounds in a row, and I was just like, oh, maybe, just maybe, it's possible, you know. But ultimately, I think Province kind of decided the whole best of three. Like in general, it's very rare where a team loses their first map, which is their map pick, and then they're able to come back and actually win the whole best of three, right? It's even more rare when the first loss on their map pick is 2-10. Like, sure, it shows the skill difference, but it also just shows that, not even shows, it also just affects you mentally a lot, right? Like if you are if you just lost on your map pick 2-10, you're probably not going to have the most positive, unicorns everywhere mindset when you come into the map number 2. You're going to be a bit down on your luck. You're just not going to see, the long road, how you can get so many rounds in a row. And yeah, it shows. I mean, I think overall Romania were just better mechanically, but, and as a team as well. But it also showed in both these games where India definitely had rounds where they could have performed better, where they could have performed better, excuse me, if they were just able to, play as a team a bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. And if that team play had come in a little bit better, a little bit faster, I think that, Province would have been a little different. Yeah, that seemed a real bit chaotic. And again, my thought process on Province was those way too many force buys. You're going up against Romania. They are going out of their minds good, and they've got all the rifles. And you can't expect to just be able to roll up in with a P90. And I mean, don't be wrong, they still were able to get kills. They definitely were. But the only problem is it just wasn't consistently enough, or individual skill players weren't, able to do everything for those rounds. So unfortunately, just those too many force buys, I think, is what really kind of killed them on Province. And then they were able to do a lot better on Rust, but it was a little bit too late when it came down to it. Would have Zone 9 been a little different? We don't know. I mean, again, it is one of the more popular ones, so that definitely would give the best case scenario, the best chance of it. But at the end of the day, this was, again, a best of 3, and we did get 2 in a row to come down to it. So ultimately, your victors of today will be Romania and the best of 2. So these guys, again, Yoshira was out of his mind. 23 kills. I mean, everybody else was doing great, but I mean, 23 kills in general, especially running a sniper, is just almost unheard of.
Oh yeah, I'm not quite sure why this guy's not playing in the major. Maybe he just didn't find the correct team and time or something like that. But what we saw just like individually coming in from him, like it surprised me. Let's just say that, it's definitely surprising. And again, yeah, that's playing with a sniper, and sniper is definitely not a weapon that's currently a meta in Standoff 2. The movement is a bit too fast if you're scoped in. Oftentimes you get overwhelmed. There's not really any good aim assist, so it's just like not a weapon of choice unless you're really, really good with it. But I mean, Yashura, he definitely is really good with it, because we saw, round after round, he even got like, I think he got like double no scope in one round. Like there's no way to do that just based off of luck, right?
No, definitely not. He knows where the bullet's going to go. He knows the spread, and it's very clear that he is very confident with it, and that he is ready for that to happen. I mean, that is some severe practicing that has to, and some training to know where these shots are going to be going without having to aim. I mean, the snipers in general just have a bit of a wider spread, but knowing exactly where that bullet's going to go is just insane. So again, why he's not in the majors or even in a minor, I don't know. Maybe this is maybe his debut. We may be seeing more of him as we move forward. So hopefully he sticks to the same name so we can continue to identify him later on, because dude was playing out of his mind even while he was having a good time.
Yeah, most definitely. I think it was an all-right show match. Honestly, I would have loved if Romania tried to, play it a bit more as a show match, a bit more, because especially on that province game, I mean, sure, it's still a tournament and they still want to actually get those points and, have a lead. But at the same time, give them a little bit of a break. It's 2-9. Go for something like crouch only round, do some strat roulette, go for some interesting rounds. Like, that would improve everyone's day, I think, a lot more. And at the same time, it's like, it's 2-9. You trust me, you're gonna win. Like, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, there's that. Now, I thought it would be a little bit interesting if we'd had the original matching of it being Brazil, the team that was in the major. I mean, that would have been a bit crazy. I think that would have been Inko. Is who they would have been going up against. So that would have been an entirely different play for these maps to go if they were going up against Inko.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think, yeah, playing against like the Brazilian side of things, what we saw at least in the last week, coming in from Inco on the major. Sure, they're out of the major as for now, but they still had some very good players. So I do feel like, playing against a Brazilian side that's mostly Inco would have been maybe a bit more interesting. But again, they just couldn't make it. It was kind of a last minute cancellation. So we did the best that we really could. Some very known names on the side of the Brazilian squad. Probably Coundra, Lacerda definitely has a huge fan base. Also Frost, Bad Dark, and Felipe, definitely a very known and famous, Brazilian side of things. But again, we got Team India, and they're still, able to fight on and show what they can do maybe in some further matches.
Yep. Hopefully we'll be able to see that, and maybe at some point we'll see another show match with Inko coming in. Maybe there's some more in the future for that. We'll just have to wait and see what's possible. But we're waiting on a little bit more detailed information to go ahead and give you guys the stats from the entirety of the game. Obviously, we're going to see Yoshira at the top with his 23 on that last map. We'll have to wait and see what's possible with that, just to give all the full details of the matches. I mean, it was some good games regardless. I mean, India did a great job when it came down to, finding their stride, finding their abilities for everything. But it just was too late. Romania came in so fast, so hard, and just unfortunately, as it came down to it, they just weren't able to secure it on that last one. Again, better. Romania was having a good time. But ultimately, they weren't able to even capitalize on that as much as they probably should have been able to. Again, Romania would definitely not have been able to have this much fun if it was against Inko. They would have been putting up a lot more of a heftier fight, and it would have been a more standardized, just cutthroat matches.
Yeah, I think the map selection also plays a part. Like, I think there are maps where, like, either, like, all teams perform pretty well, right? Like, for example, I think if we saw Zone 9 as one of the first maps, the score could have been closer because, from what we've seen historically, like, pretty much everyone knows how to play Zone 9. It's like the Dust 2 of Standoff 2. Like, just everyone is good on Zone 9. But then there are some maps where I think, things change completely. For example, if we saw Sakura, I think Sakura is, even though it's a very played map, I think just some teams are very, very good on it. So it's kind of smart from Team India to ban it, I guess, since they kind of expected Romania to be good on it, but still, that didn't really change much as they were good on all of these maps that we saw, at least Province. With that being India's map pick, I'm still not sure how it went to 10-2 here.
Yeah, it's a little interesting. We'll have to kind of wait and see where that rolls, where that lands. I mean, we may be able to see another rematch against these teams later on, and India might have a better set of time to be able to practice, be able to get things more in order, or maybe be able to see Inko come back in here and go up against Romania. That's definitely a possibility. We'll just, again, have to wait and see where that lands in the future for some more show matches. But again, or maybe even some other teams in general. I mean, show matches could be happening any team, any area. Of course, with different regions, there's multiple teams. So we'll just be able to figure out where and what that goes, and potentially some more future matches.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, if you guys like the show match, of course, like, subscribe, show us that you actually like it, so we can get a chance at showing Standoff, showing the Standoff developers that more of these tournaments need to be put into place.
Yeah, absolutely. And Romania is here to show us exactly how that's done. And the fact that, more of these matches, more of these things need to be happening. Of course, let us know whether you would like, who you'd like to see go up against each other, or maybe some potential other matches or other countries, just in general, that you would love to go up against each other. But again, as we see more of these come out, more of these supports, that would be great. The Standoff 2 devs will definitely know that this is more of an option that they would love to be seeing more. And of course, the community itself would want to be able to see more.
Yeah, most definitely. And we're just waiting on that last piece of graphics. I think it should be here pretty soon. So, yeah, I think overall it was a good day of matches. Again, we kind of expected a little bit more from Team India, but you know, it is it is what it is. I'm sure that they tried their best.
Yeah, and I mean, it just being able to be ready, and you know, you never really know what the other opponent is going to be able to do. Obviously, you have your in-game leader and your team and your stats and your skills, but at the end of the day, it's all about the choices you make and the strats that you execute. And Romania just seemed to have that in check, and especially with just being able to have a good time and have fun with it too. That is also another huge thing that they were able to not only still come out with a win, but also to do multiple rounds of just snipers only, and then show us their quick scope skills, their no scope skills, and then really just Yoshiro ending on 23 with all of that is absolutely nasty.
Yeah, most definitely. I think again, I want to see more in these show matches, like just all-out snipers. I think that was a pretty great, you know, pretty funny play to have. But other than that, anything else you want to say? Maybe about the strats? Maybe one player you want to highlight? Because honestly, I think Valti was someone who is performing very well today. And if we go and look at the stats, as they have arrived, everyone, we have finally arrived at the stats. If we look at the stats, we can definitely see that Valti, 22 kills on both maps, definitely doing good. Now, sure, his KD is a bit negative, but I feel like if everyone on the side of India performed like Valti did, well, they definitely would have had a better chance.
Yeah, definitely. But like I said, our main man, Yoshira, 34 kills, 11 deaths with a 3.09 KD. I mean, that is just absolutely nasty. Yakov able to be at 2.15, respectively, with his 28 and 13. I mean, really just playing out of their mind. I mean, don't get me wrong. Khan was able to be right there with him close enough with 19 over the course of the two matches, but you know, nothing too crazy. But out of 2 games, having 34 kills, I mean, you're chilling with 16 and a half, 17 kills per game. And I mean, at any given point in any shooter, 17 kills, 16 kills is great. I mean, that is a solid play, a solid execution, and the fact that they're able to do it with 23 of those was on the last one where a bunch of just fun sniper plays and everything. But Valti, yeah, with his 22 kills is still very respectable, and the dude was really doing the best he could for his team and almost hitting into the 1.0 area.
Yeah, almost. But again, it was Yashura, really, I think, the star of this match, who was just performing extremely well. So props to him. Again, you know, that sniper, not the easiest thing to do. And as we can see from the graphic, I mean, Province was just a complete run over, you know, and then Rust. It was somewhat close, but still, you know, just pretty hard to do much on it.
Absolutely. But guys, that is it for us. We have no more matches for you today. We will potentially be having some more show matches coming in the future and some more events. So feel free to, don't forget to subscribe, like, do all those things so you can get notified when more matches happen. Also, link will be in the description to be able to join the Discord if you want to do that as well. Again, if you want to compete, be a part of this, and you guys can bring your team in and really show you're the way you go. You know, the way these teams and players get up to the minors and the majors here in Standoff 2, you have to start somewhere. And if you are watching those, which you definitely should, more matches will be coming on the 20th through the 22nd. You probably should be watching those because those guys are absolutely nuts if you guys want to learn anything crazy or special. Some of those boosts have been out of the mind of just how effective they can be. But ultimately, we will have more coming your way here soon, and just let us know in the live chat or in the comments, or just reach out to us directly, whether who you want to see, what kind of events you want to have. But unfortunately, we are it. I've been A Master, and that's been Twist over here. And unfortunately, we got to end it off here, so we will see you guys here soon.
See you guys later.